is it going? Saturday morning Twitch chat. Saturday afternoon, I guess. Saturday afternoon. What up? You love Taskmaster? Me too. The song is called Handlebars by the Flowbots. Hey, what up, R. Varley? Yo, Stanz, your covert college humor marketing worked because I just got a subscription to their pay service. I feel like you should for sure tweet them and get one of those shows you could do, actually, or Game Changer, or their D&D show, because it's super fun and also good. Also, they're based in LA, so it shouldn't be hard. Wow. They got money because of me. That's so cool. Fabian, thank you for the tier 1 for 17 months. Oh, happy Saturday morning. Afternoon. You do not need to watch previous episodes to enjoy this one, which is one of the best parts about the show. And also, it resets every season. So if you're jumping in now, we've only watched one episode. You're only one episode behind. Computer just skipped. Did you see Aatrox's Minesweeper vid? I haven't. How was it? It's a banger. I love to hear that. Who won the last one? I can't remember. Al? Sorry, it's only been one episode and I don't have their names down yet. Yeah, Aatrox YouTube's been going nuts. He shows the clip of you playing Minesweeper and choking with 2 mines left. Hell yeah. Any publicity is good publicity. You were roasted in it quite a bit. Fine by me. Speaking of clips. Stan's clips. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Clips channel. I'm gonna do the thing. I can't even find Stan's clips. My life sucks. Oh, I know how to do it. They brought up you failing at Minesweeper after an hour. Yeah, it was funny. Though what I did was funny, and then bringing it up is also funny. I'm happy. We've turned this around, the paradigm. I don't mind being the butt of a joke. Oh, nothing works. Was there an update? Why does nothing work in my life? Hold. Properties. There we go. I did it. I don't know why. Whenever OBS updates, the display button goes to a different monitor. Who would be the Greg and Alex of a Twitch version of Taskmaster? Well, I'm going to be the Greg, and I don't think I'm going to have an Alex because I'm going to do an online version, which doesn't need one. Although I was thinking, I would love to do an IRL version where I just do it with like Ludwig's roommates. Because I could just drive to his house, and then we could actually do it IRL. And I could do little tasks. I wonder if that would be better. I think online is good because you can get anyone you want in the world. But in person is good because the content is better. So it's like just a trade-off. It is such a trade-off. Why not both? I guess you could do both. Slime could be Greg then? I don't know if Slime would want to be Greg. I'm a bad boy. Thank you, Kale Chap. Oh yeah, what I was saying was subscribe to the Clips channel. I already forgot what I was saying. Thank you. Ellie the Bee or Eli the Bee, thank you so much for the resub for 2 months. I love Taskmaster. Really happy I can finally catch a stream. Me too. What the fuck is going on? Oh. Pardon my language. I'm just a grump. Oh, what is going on here? Okay. I fixed everything. Since Lud has a tattoo of slime, Lud is Josh. Both short. Very true. Stan's clips, when you get big, you better remember your first 500 subs. Do we hit 500 today? This is what I should be shilling for whenever we have commercials. There's some good ones on here. I heard they tried to make an American Taskmaster and it went really bad as well. Evidence.zip against Stanz. Put this on the Reddit. Put this on Reddit, and I think people will upvote. I will say that. I'm not gonna watch the rest of it, so I can watch it on the Reddit rehash, but we'll get there. Hopefully you get upvoted, brother. There's only like 3 days. That's perfect time. Post it today, and you have until Wednesday. Who is the host of US Taskmaster? Oh, Alex is on it? Wait, Alex came over? This man.
The obscenely British Alex Horn.
Wow.
Fastest win.
Hey, this guy's super funny. He was on an episode of My Brother and Me recently. This show bombed? Why was it bad? American Taskmaster, but have it hosted by Kevin Hart and The Rock. I think that would be terrible. Ron Funches? Is that his name? The cast didn't really get it. Unfortunate. The contestants were just bad. Americans can't take jokes or failure. Well, I was going to say not all Americans, but then that kind of proves the point that Americans do not like to be fucking made fun of. Can I get a link to the Stanz Clips channel? I missed it earlier. Sure. Wait, let me see. I might be able to get a... Do you have to have 1,000 subs to get a real name? How does that work? A URL? Or do you just have to have it for a month? Let me go to settings. I might be able just to change it to Stanz Clips real quick. Oh, 100? Oh, it should be easy. Then I won't have to have just a random ass URL. Maybe. The S is lowercase in what? Oh, in Stan's laugh. Yeah, it's kind of camel case in that way or whatever. Advanced settings, eligibility. How do I change the, whatchamacallit? Chat, you guys know. How do I change the name of my, the name of my channel? Help me. Help me. Oh, customization. Almost for sure. I remember now. Branding. Yes, sir. Basic info. Set a custom URL. Oh, we've done it. Stanz Clips. We did it. 100. Yeah, I mean, I just did it. It's perfect. Now Stanz Clips should work. You should be able to go to... Let's do a little tester. So, I really... What the fuck is going on in my computer today? Help. YouTube.com/Stanz Clips. Yay, we did it. There should be a sub goal to play Bloons again. There probably should be. I'd be down to play Bloons again. It's been long enough. I did it. I mean, just season 3. Yeah, we have 4 episodes of season 3. If we... I'm going to watch 1, maybe 2, and then play Mario Golf. But if we get the sub goal, I'll finish the season today. Because I know you guys like Taskmaster. You should watch the new game theory video about Kanye Quest 3030 having a hidden cult recruitment test. That sounds interesting. Right now, I'm managing the Clips channel. Can you tell by how infrequently it is updated? And also how much work I put into like the first 3, and then I said, fuck it. At least I opened this one up in Photoshop, put 1 million there. I don't think Clips channels even use summies. Sometimes you want to put like a red arrow or something. I think that does make it look like slightly nicer. Although these are good too. Just Ludwig sitting there. How was Pogo Stuck? Good. I'm going to go back to Pogo Stuck soon. Don't worry. Don't you worry at all. What's up, Plasma? I'm going to go watch the VOD of the last batch of episodes and come back for the VOD of this stream later. You got it. Hey, do what you got to do. I'm a bad boy. Scadriel on Twitch. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. For 5 months. All in a row. I will go back to Stan's Souls soon, too. I went to school for political science. Yeah, that's season 3. Finish all of season 3 today, of course. Maybe that's not obvious. Should I change that? I'm not gonna watch fucking 37 hours of content, because that would be impossible. There you go. If you think about it, aren't political science and criminal science the same thing? No. Even if I think about it. When I originally watched Taskmaster, I finished all of it in a weekend. Wow. Well, here's the thing. The Suns have a game at 6, so I only have 5.5 hours to stream no matter what. And then I'm going to go grocery shopping, hang out with the dog. And then just like I said yesterday, I might come back for a scuffed stream late tonight. But we're not sure yet. I do want to stream a lot this weekend because I have the time, I have the energy. But I also have to... The sub count is fucked. Oh. I'm such a silly Willy. Thank you. I grabbed the wrong thing. TLR... I will give you a TLDR Taskmaster when we start it, which will be in like 7 minutes. I want to talk to chat for a little bit, see what you guys are up to. Stanz, is everyone at Gen G nervous that I entered the giveaway? They've already shipped it because they know what happens when you enter giveaways. I am full-time, but I also do some stuff in the background. But I'm a full-time streamer. I stream like 5 hours a day, which I think is a full-time streamer. That's a lot of hours, baby. So thank you for following, and thank you guys for priming and subbing, because that helps me. It helps me stay full-time. I'm doing good. I'm doing good monetarily. I'm not making as much as I was making at Gen G, but I think that eventually I can get there. I have like a cowlick who's just... I just have a little baby boy who will not sit down. The announcement. The announcement is now in Quick Dome's court. Quick Dome is going to do some stuff for me, and when he's done, we can make the announcement. How did I meet Lud and H-Rock? I met H-Rock in college. I met Lud because he was an H-Rock dick rider trying to get a job at Twitch. Suns in 4. Well, not legally, but emotionally, yes. Have you seen the first Twitter interaction Ludwig and H-Rock had? Yeah, it's H-Rock in Korea with Artosis. And he goes, ASU StarCraft. And Ludwig goes, you went to ASU? I'm going to ASU now, man. Really, really want to get a career in esports. Yes, I've seen it. It's a good tweet. I can't roast anyone because you guys have seen my original Twitter back when I'm not very culturally literate even now, like for cool stuff, but imagine me growing up in Yuma, Arizona. And so my original Twitter that you guys found and memed on me for is very bad. It had like 0 likes because no one in my town used Twitter. I didn't have any friends, of course. So I don't make fun of anyone for using Twitter bad. I still use Twitter bad. Boy. I'm a social media Benjamin Button. Well, no, I'm like a regular. I'm growing in my own way. This is my Twitter now. You should like that one. It's good. I make lots of good posts. Just finished the Stanz episode. Can't stop thinking about what would happen if it was Pokey instead of XQC in the gambling drama. Yeah, I think so. I saw the title that Quick Dome put on it, and I started sweating a little bit. That is an aggressive title for the Stanz Show episode. Fuck. Oh, no. But it was good. It was a good episode. When's the Amaranth Stanz Show coming? I saw comments on one of the episodes. Hopefully soon. She didn't follow me back on Twitter. We're getting that announcement when Quick Dome is done with some shit that he's working on for me. You don't think gambling should be allowed on Twitch? That is a totally fine side to take. I know what the title was. Are you just telling chat? Hey, Stanz, I know it's been a little bit, but it's crazy that you said Boomerang Monkey has more drip than Monkey Buccaneer. The only thing crazy is how much poon Boomerang Monkey gets. Or dick, if Boomerang Monkey is a girl monkey. Or dick if Boomerang Monkey is a gay monkey. That's totally fine too. Did you see the tweet from Asman about gambling and how he replied to Greek? The one that was on LSF everywhere? That was like, don't hate the player, don't hate the game? We can talk about it for a second. This one. Twitch needs to ban gambling streams, full stop. The amount of bullshit and pitfalls this is going to create in the next 6 months will fuck the website in so many ways we don't even realize yet. Just looking at EU gambling laws, anyone could see this will not end well. Yeah, I mean, this is a fine tweet. I think that saying that Twitch needs to ban gambling is a totally reasonable position to have. I think what people were worried about was when it gets a little crazy right here. Because Greek says crazy take since members of OTK have taken gambling deals. Time for a team meeting. And then he said, I don't hold doing gambling streams against any streamer because of how lucrative and successful they are. It's entirely Twitch's responsibility to uphold integrity on their own site, not the streamers. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And then Clint came out and said, like, dude, it's easy to not take a gambling sponsorship. And so I think that it's important to separate where the impetus lies from a, like, business and legal perspective and where the impetus lies from a moral perspective. And we don't usually legislate morality on Twitch, and that's why I was very okay with a lot of these hot tub streamer things. But at a certain level, like lying about, or not disclosing, let's not say lying, not disclosing the exact relationship between a streamer and a gambling site is very bad. It is easy to not take a gambling sponsorship, which is why we can roast people who take gambling sponsorships or who take really bad ones and don't disclose culturally. Say that they are like shitty streamers or that they're bad influences on people and that no one should watch them, right? That is an argument to be made. But when it comes to all of gambling on Twitch, I think we need to legislate through Twitch versus just by trying to like cancel the gambling ourselves. We should put pressure on Twitch like Asman is doing. Is Big A dropped a vid about gambling? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. To be honest, I think turning down those sponsorships is hard as fuck. Miz says he was offered $35,000 an hour for it. That's so much fucking money. It is a lot of money, yeah. But I think that you can take that money and then also disclose. My issue, and maybe I have a different issue than some of these other people, my issue is not understanding the mechanics of the sponsorship and like if it's actually the streamer's money. Where this all falls apart for me is that I don't know if it's real money going in or if it's real odds that they're playing on the machines. And that's what makes me feel weird. The way a lot of those like are work though, like the $35,000 an hour, or the way that I have seen them in the past, is that hey, you get paid $35,000 for a stream, but you have to gamble 25,000 of it. Once you have gambled 25,000, you can keep 10 or keep your winnings and stuff like that. I don't think even the streamers know, so they have plausible deniability. Oh, you think that maybe like the gambling websites are giving the streamers odds and not telling the streamer? That's very interesting. X was playing off stream and won like 860K. Is that true? I would love to see more about that. That is absurd. Like, that is bonkers. that is absolutely crazy. I don't know. I saw Train lose 700K in an hour. Right, and so I want to know if that's Train's money or if that's Stakes money. How much they're reimbursing. That's the question. They usually reimburse the losses. Well, that's what I want to know. Do they? Or do they not? Like, I feel like that's where the streamers need to be honest. Train says he only gambles his own. Right. I think, and that's, hey, that's cool. If you only gamble your own, like, things change. But he only gambles his own while getting paid. Okay, that's also fine. The issue is that I don't know if I believe him only gambling his own. Because he has a history of lying about things, right? I don't know. I feel bad. I feel I should take Train at face value. If Train says that he's only gambling his own money, who am I to not believe him? But it's just like someone who has lied about things. Weird Ari, thank you for the tier 1 for 2 months. Boy. Yeah, Taskmaster Saturday is going to start soon. It feels odd that only the Curacao licensed casinos are the ones with the insane bankroll streamers. Just automatically makes it feel iffy. I don't know. I'm not a gamble man, so I don't even know what that means. Train's losses get covered by the site, supposedly. Who says that? Who's supposedly? That's what I'm saying. There's so much misinformation. Watching Train lose 700k in a session is not good advertising for the casino. Why would they do that and then compensate him? I think just making sure that it looks fun. Even though he's losing, sometimes he will hit. It's the same reason, like, why would someone... Here's a perfect example, I think. Why would someone who consistently goes to the casino and loses over time continue to go to the casino? You know what I mean? The house wins. Over long periods of time, the house always wins. Unless you're playing fucking Baccarat, you know the numbers, or like you're playing perfect blackjack. You know what I mean? And then still, it doesn't matter. And it's because the dopamine hit and the high from winning supersedes the losses, right? People see him lose and think they would never be that bad, or they don't even remember the losses, and that's how it works with gambling. You remember the big wins. You don't remember the losses. Yeah, Perfect Blackjack is only a 98% return. Right, but Perfect Blackjack over time, theoretically, you could hit the numbers, right? Like 98%, you have slightly worse odds. Someone over a lifetime playing Perfect Blackjack could theoretically come up, right? Could end up. They're not likely to, or they're more likely to end down, but they could. Train won and lost around $1 million on a 16-hour stream 2 days ago. That's wild.
Damn, it feels good.
Weird Ari, thank you for the 5 gifted. You could say the same for any game. No, other games are significantly more unlikely for you to come positive, right? The best odds in the casino are like that 98%. Roulette, picking a color, things like that. But if you think you're going to win on like the worse odds, you're just not. Over time. You would quit once you made a profit? Well, the thing about gambling for me, and I only gamble in person. I do table games at casinos and stuff like that. And that's fun because you're hanging out with friends, you're getting free drinks, you get to yell shooter at the craps table. Like, that's all fun. I just can't imagine playing a slot machine on a computer. Truly. Wouldn't poker be the best odds? Poker's a game of skill. I don't count poker. There's absolutely a world where... And I have no issue with poker sponsorships and things like that, right? Poker is truly a sport. I'm talking about mostly slot machines here. Yeah, slots are hard-coded to have a certain payout based on restrictions. But they go through all the machines. It's not that a certain machine... Does a certain machine have to have that over time? And what is the time horizon? I don't know enough about IRL slot machines. Slot machine on a computer gives me the same sad vibes when I walk by a 65-year-old that's been on the same slot machine for 4 hours. Yeah, like, we stayed up late in Vegas, right? We're going to bed at about 5 a.m. every night. And when you get back to the casino at 4:30 and you see these, like, 70-year-olds who obviously, they're not staying up late. They're waking up early and hitting the casino, just chain smoking and playing penny keno. Something feels weird. What thing is broken again? Yeah, the thing is just slow. The sub counter, I don't know. It sees the 5 gifted. It just doesn't always update fast enough. Penny Keno is fun though. I've played Penny Keno, but it's really just a time killer. If you're waiting for your friends to get to the casino, you know what I mean? I couldn't play Penny Keno for hours. Oh. What's my least favorite casino game? Slots, probably. I would say. It doesn't, like, it gets me kind of torqued when you hit the thing and then the machine goes nuts, but I don't play it. I think I did one pull of slots in Vegas, and that was because Ludwig had to go take a shit, and he told me to pull for him. I really like doing blackjack and craps. I really liked craps. How's Stanz Coin doing today? Let's find out. Rally token is at 41 cents. Stanz coin is at... I think I'm down a bit. Ooh, Stanz coin's at 2.95. I am down a bit. Hey, 2.95 coin. Does craps require any skill? No. You just need to know some basic rules of, like, distribution on dice, right? And then the hardest part about craps is just remembering how much money based on the payout, because the payouts are different. So, like, remembering that, like, 6 and 9... Like, 9 was a 25 bet, but 6 was a 30 bet to get, like, even odds. It's very confusing. I cashed out my rally to Coinbase, but the ETH exchange prices are too high for me to convert to USD. That sucks. The youngest age requirement to gamble? I don't know. Like, worldwide? Couldn't tell you. You lost a lot of money on Stanz coin? I'm sorry to hear that. Macau is probably 6 months. Is that true? Is it 18 in the US and not 21? That's wild. I guess I didn't know that. Is it? It is 21. It is 21. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I bought Stanz coin and I'm 13. Is that technically legal? Should I say that? I have no idea. When you signed up for Rally, did they ask you your age? Good little tip for you, Stanz. These slot machines with higher denominations are hard-coded to have higher win percentages than penny slots. Oh, well. Yeah, it just depends on how long you can stay solvent there, right? Technically, you can gamble at any age in Japan because gambling is done via loophole there in the first place. Oh. You can own a gun and gamble before you can legally drink alcohol in the U.S.? Well, no, it's 21. Right, for gambling. Is that what we're saying? Or besides some Indian casinos? 18 to gamble, but 21 to go into most casinos because they're bars? Oh, it's definitely 18 now that I think about it, because I used to go to the Cocopa Casino in Yuma, Arizona, and I couldn't drink, but I could gamble. So, yeah. If I used all my money on subs to Stanz on waste management stock, I could have made $10. Really? That's it? I bought more waste management stock yesterday. I'm so fucking down with the sickness on waste management. I have never loved a company more. I wish that I wasn't a Gen G employee. I wish I was a waste management employee. Oh my god, it's so juicy. I'm up 36% and they have a nice dividend. Yeah, it's a legal monopoly, and they're taking over. They're getting juicy contracts from these municipalities. How do you even learn to do stocks? It depends on what you mean. I wouldn't advise trading in options or anything that's like... I would just buy some stocks. If you if you believe in a company long term, you can buy a stock and you can hold it. And then you have it. I would say that you guys are young. You should just buy stocks in companies that are not shitty companies and then never sell them. Miss Gift does bait on all these tweets, which is so funny. Yeah, and only invest money you're comfortable losing. What you really should do if you're young is just buy ETFs, dude. Buy like XLK and SPY. And you'll just have like ETFs that cover for SPY the top 500 companies in the US, and XOK you'll have the top tech companies. That's what I would do. That's how I started. Yeah, my retirement is all in a Vanguard 2055 or something. Target date, 2058 target date. And then I put a bunch of play money in stocks that I just hold as well. My city switched a few years ago from Waste Management to Republic. Can I buy Republic? Are they publicly traded? I will buy any trash company. I will buy literally any trash company in the world. I love trash companies. Give me as much garbage as you can hold. But what are you going to do? That's a tagline? Yeah. I'm going to be the Warren Buffett and I'm going to get famous. You know how his advice was like, buy solid companies and hold, or what was it? He's got like a stupid ass advice that's just like, I only buy what I know and I never sell. But I'm going to be, my advice will just be like, only buy trash. Garbage. I'm going to have a garbage ETF. It's going to be STNZ on the ticker. And it'll be good. Are we still stalling? Yeah, we're about done. Short stall today. Aren't you supposed to say I am not a financial advisor and that we can't use you when we lose it all after they invest? Oh, yeah. True. This is not financial advice. I think, though, you guys aren't... Well, I guess you are paying me because you're subs. So legally, I should say this is not financial advice. Trash equals cash. Nathan the bin man stands. That's so funny. You told me to buy Palantir a year ago and it's down like 20 bucks. No way. My Palantir's up. If we bought it the same day, if you bought it when I bought it, then I think someone's lying here. Because I know, I checked the other day, my Palantir, I'm up 10%, I'm 9.9%. I'm up 9.9% on Palantir. So if you truly bought the day I bought, you'd be fine. I think you're lying to me. And that's fine. A little 9%er, a little booper, and I think Palantir is only going to go up in the future. Real extra whites, thank you for the tier 1. I'm a bad boy. The problem with buying stocks is it requires excess money. That is so true, Trockflock, which explains why the economy is rigged towards white people. It is so unbelievably rigged towards white people. Well, it's rigged towards rich people, and white people are so much more likely to be rich just because of like the history of the country and institutional racism. It's really shitty. It's just how it goes, though. Are you running all your content yourself, or do you have a manager? I'm running all my content myself. I have editors for the YouTube, but no, I do everything myself. The out of context for that is so bad, but the out of context, it's just the truth. The economy is rigged for white people because it's rigged for rich people, and white people are typically rich because of racism. I stand by that. There's nothing out of context from that clip. Yeah, generational wealth. Well, yeah, that's what happens. When you have white people come and bring slaves and create plantations and start railroads using, Irish and Chinese labor, and then all of a sudden they get a bunch of money and they pass it down and they use that money. Yeah, it's just tough. It's tough. Hey, Brady, are you in silver now? Congratulations, my friend. How much money do I have in stocks? I don't know if I want to say. 6 figures? Including my retirement stuff? Let's just say 6 figures. Interesting time to check in. History lesson? Well, we were just talking about stocks. Percentage of wealth? Ooh. I think I have more of my wealth in stocks. Unless you count, like, if we're talking about truly, like, yeah, 999,999, just so I don't have to say 7 figs. I mean, if you're abstracting the cars, I have 2 cars. If you're abstracting, like, some of the valuables I have around this house, maybe it's 50-50 stocks versus assets. Or sorry, assets are stocks. Stocks versus, like, physical items. I don't know. Yeah, stocks are assets. I apologize. I have a dog and 2 cats. Oh, do you have dog or pog cars? I have 1 pog car and I have 1 dog car. You know what I mean? Cars that will appreciate or depreciate? Well, during COVID, almost all cars have appreciated. I'm pretty confident I could sell my Tesla for more than I bought it for. Because cars are going nuts and Teslas are, like, rare. Oh, yeah, the Charizard card that I have over here is worth, like, 300 bucks, they said. How much crypto do I have? Oh, if you include crypto. I don't include crypto because a lot of it's in Rally, and there's like some stipulations on how I can have it. I would say that I have like 5% of my savings in crypto. Like, so little. 4%? I can't do math very well. I have a lot more in stocks than crypto. Are you planning on buying any real estate / home if the current housing bubble pops and housing prices fall? My dream is that housing prices fall. I would love to buy a house for me and Rochelle to live. And in 10 years, that 5% will either be 99% of your wealth or 0%. Maybe. I think things have been slowing down a little bit. Would you buy outside of California? Maybe, but I would prefer to live in California. Do you live in an apartment right now? We live in a house that we rent. We moved out of LA to Orange County, and we're renting down here. Housing prices will fall. Nothing ever just goes up. I actually can't tell if you're memeing. Houses have... I mean, if you follow the trend line, houses have gone up forever. Forever. Like, since the beginning of history. Or land prices the same way. Like, it has to fall some, but, like, it'll go up. Except 08, 09. No, but yeah, but you can't just look at 1 year. Like, yeah, it'll eventually go down, but going down in 08 or 09 might still be higher cost houses than in, like, 1996. Do you know what I mean? Like, just because we go up and then down a little bit and then up. I have seen The Big Short. People waiting for house to go down. Lil W, have fun buying a $1 million 2-bedroom bungalow. Yes, I'm saying, I think that, like, even if house prices are high, even if the bubble popped, like, it would have to be a massive event like 2008 for the price to go down in a meaningful way to where it wouldn't have made more sense just to try and buy a house before, right? Just live in, like, Iowa? That's the thing, though. I don't want to live in Iowa. That's nothing against Iowa. I mean, I guess it's something against Iowa. It's not supposed to be something against Iowa. It's just how I am. Student loan crisis will be the next bubble pop if it doesn't get relieved. Yeah, I actually probably agree with that. There's just too many people that have too much debt. People be like, just leave your career, family, and whole life to live somewhere you've never been. Well, we already live away from our family, and my career is online, so I don't have many excuses. My only excuse is that I'm just like a pampered bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to live in California because I like California. Just inherit a home. I wish. I think I'm the most well-off in my family. I think I'm breaking the barriers. You know what I mean? I'm desperately hoping legislation is passed limiting corporate purchases of single-family homes. Yeah, that might do it. I think a lot of it... I spent a lot of time in San Francisco, and so I've seen how, like, bad legislation and NIMBYs have stopped housing developments that could really make it easier on, like, working-class people, which would lower all houses. You know what I mean? You just need more housing. You truly just need more housing. You just need more housing. What are you going to do? There's tons of empty houses. There's not tons of empty houses in the Bay Area, I'll tell you that. Maybe in, like, it's not a supply issue. I think that you can't say it is definitely a supply issue in Northern California. 1.5 billion. As someone who's rented in San Francisco, Oakland, Richmond, I've seen a lot of problems there. Obviously in Detroit, like, it's not a housing issue, right? There's tons of houses legally, but Or a lower population. Please, no more urban sprawl. It's so bad for the environment. Yeah. Lower population isn't going to happen, though, right? I know this sounds dumb, but what's stopping them from building more houses? You have to... An area has to be zoned for a certain type. For example, the biggest thing in San Francisco is that in a lot of major areas near public transportation, i.e. the BART or Muni, they cannot build a housing development that is more than 3 stories, right? And so if you can't build a housing development that's more than 3 stories, you are limited with how many people you can fit in a square area in a block. But if we opened up the zoning rules, then we can build something that was 10 stories. We could build multiple things that were 10 to 15 stories near public transportation. And then all of a sudden, it makes more sense for people. Yeah, it is people that have money. That's what they're called, NIMBYs, which are not in my backyard people. They're people that have bought their houses when they were cheap in the Bay Area. Specifically, we're talking about the Bay Area here. They have a nice view. They have all these houses, and they just don't want bigger things, construction, and more people. And a lot of times, unfortunately, people of color moving into their neighborhoods. Yeah, they're all for housing for low-income folks, but not near them. They end up pushing them out. And that makes it hard because it's like, okay, I got a job at Starbucks. I have to commute an hour by BART to get there, and I'm making, in San Francisco, what, $15 an hour? It's just tough. In San Francisco, there's no white flight. They're standing their ground. That's what I'm saying. In San Francisco, they're fucking putting up their spears, and they're truly saying, not in my backyard. They are fighting tooth and nail to not leave the city. They made a documentary about people like that in the UK who protest over clean energy wind turbines because it spoils the view. Yeah, people are crazy. Yeah, Donald Trump had a golf course, right? And they build a bunch of wind turbines near it. Was that just a meme? That might not be true. I actually don't know anything about it. I remember I read like an article once. Donald Trump got trolled when Ireland built a bunch of wind turbines outside of his golf course. Gone sexual. Cali is insane because it's seen as a major liberal bastion, but the rich upper class is so powerful and resists any sort of beneficial public work like large housing complexes / better public transport. Yeah, it is actually really funny. As someone who lived in San Francisco and then Oakland, like, they are so progressive on so many things, and they are so progressive on, like, national things, but when it comes to making a change in their day-to-day life, it's like you're trying to steal their purse, dude. They are clutching their pearls. Please, no. I like my way of life. I just want to talk about helping people. Oh, it was Scotland, not Ireland? Oh, then I knew most of the story. Do you think the problem could be alleviated to some extent if the U.S. public transportation system stopped being dog water? Yeah, and it's not a U.S. public transportation issue necessarily, because I've taken it in New York and it was pretty good. I feel like I could get almost anywhere, and that was cool. But if you take public transportation in San Francisco, like I did when I lived there, I didn't have a car when I lived in the Bay Area for almost 4 years, 3.5 years. And it was really hard for me to get, for example, to like Oakland to the Sunset in San Francisco. It's a grand total of maybe 10 miles. It's literally 10 miles, and it would take like an hour 15 if I wanted to go to a board game cafe with my Patreon friends. It's so shitty. A big reason I grew disillusioned with living in SF is the hypocrisy I felt among progressives while living there. Yeah, totally. And Blur, I wasn't even talking about like the tech people yet. I'm just talking about like literally like the older people who have lived there and have like developed this kind of shell around them of not wanting things to change. When you also get to the tech people, they want literally everything and they don't want to give it to anyone and they don't want to get taxed. Companies threw away literal trucks worth of food from catered lunches, etc. as people were homeless right outside. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like crazy brazy bears. I did work for Patreon, yeah. Which was a tech company. I mean, Patreon, as like a workplace, was gentrifying an area. Our spot was right down 9th Street. You know, there was like tons of homeless people, tons of needles. I don't know if Patreon ever did anything with food. I think we actually did pretty good on like estimating the right amount of food. Because I don't remember there ever being leftovers. But I also ate like a fucking horse while I worked there. Because it was healthy food. Oh, I loved it. I visit the EU a lot, and damn, having trains that can take me everywhere is goated. Yeah, agreed. Public transportation is sick. I've always heard, I have a lot of friends who have been to Japan, and they've all told me that Japan has like the craziest rail system, and you can get anywhere. but I've never been. Why do Republicans hate government? Well, I think, like, let's not, like, muddy the words. I think what they would say, and that's the important way, what they would frame it as, they prefer personal liberty over, like, group safety, let's call it, things like that. And so they want a smaller government so that they have less taxes, so that they have more capital, so that they have more personal power themselves for their lives. I think that's what they would tell you. I'm not a Republican, so I don't know, but... What up, Devin Davis? When I stayed in Burbank for 3 months with work from Scandinavia, it blew my mind how the only metro line just started nowhere and ended in the middle of nowhere. Didn't even connect with LAX. Yeah, well, to be fair, in Burbank, they have their own airport, which is like, it won't go international, which is tough. But for most people, it works enough. I worked in Burbank a little bit when I did Overwatch League stuff for Soul Dynasty, but I had a car at that point. I think in an ideal world, that's what conservatism would mean. Unfortunately, we don't have legitimate conservative politics in the U.S. unless you count the Democrats. Fucking got them. Absolutely got them. Oh. Can't take a flight from Burbank to Santa Monica, though. Can you actually not? Oh, no, you can't. You might be able to, actually, on a private plane, because Santa Monica has their little airport. Yeah, it is really shitty. Getting from Burbank to Santa Monica at any hour where people are doing things is so shitty. Because you're either going through DTLA, or you're going up around the mountain and coming through Sherman Oaks, and both are terrible. But, hey, that's how it goes. Do you watch much anime, and if so, what's your top 3? No. I don't even think I've watched 3 animes. I've watched 2 animes. I've watched Code Geass, and I've watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I'm going to start Taskmaster right now. It's time. Let me go fill up my water. Can you guys wait for me to fill up my water, and then we'll do Taskmaster? Oh, I'll be right back. 1 second. Gonna play a quick ad. BRB. Keep you company. All right. Hey, Stanz, I'm about to be a sophomore in college pursuing a sound design / music producer type of degree. I'm not sure I want to use it that much after graduating and may decide to take a different path. What are your thoughts on paying for a degree to pursue something unrelated to said degree? Well, I have a degree that is unrelated to what I ended up doing. I got a political science degree, and now I'm a Twitch streamer and full-time fool. But I wouldn't get a technical degree if you didn't want to actually work in that technical field. You should get a more widespread degree, right? Like, for example, if you get a business degree, it doesn't matter. But if you're getting like a music production degree, it's like, and you're not working in music production, you might not have a well-rounded enough education. That would be my take on it. Get like a marketing degree or a business degree or something if you don't know what you want to do. Why do wizards use owls in Harry Potter to send mail when they have multiple methods of teleporting? What were we watching? Was that from a comedy special recently, or did I see a TikTok? I think I saw a TikTok where two guys were talking about owls. Can't remember. All right, let's watch Taskmaster. Let's watch Taskmaster. We're on episode 2, right? The Dong and the Gong. Are they naked? What are we watching here? Has the game changed? All right, chat. For those of you who don't know, Taskmaster is a British game show where 5 comedians are paired up with Greg Davies, the host, and are tasked with completing silly, goofy, whimsical challenges where they must think outside of the box to stay within the rules and beat each other. It's a very good show. You're going to love it. This is episode 2 of season 3. Willing to sacrifice his body and his pride. And that's why he won. What a season. What a season. What a day. What a life. Chat, I am going to raid Triok. I think I'm going to raid Triok. Because he's back. He's been taking his class all week. He's finally back on stream. I want him to know that we support him and we're happy he graduated his class. Hopefully he didn't fail his final presentation. How do you guys feel about that? You okay with a little raid Triok? Thank you guys so much for all the gifted. We got a lot of subs today just to try and get there. Season 4 is your favorite season? Well, here's the thing. Here's the sting. We are going... Say A-Track, isn't it? Damn, 4K viewers? This guy's fucking going nuts. What's he doing? Oh, he's watching clips. Classic. Is it an LSF thing? We are going to start Season 4 tomorrow, and I'm also going to play all these games that I have backlogged. I got Pogo Stuck, I got Mario Golf, I got Dark Souls. There's like a lot of shit going on. So tell him hello. Tell him Taskmaster was goated. Tell him that Stanz is your favorite streamer. And tell him, I don't know, tell him his breath smells like poop. I don't know, do something crazy. Do something fucking crazy with the chat, you know what I'm saying? Just get in there. Get in there and get wild. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Hey, before you go, subscribe to my YouTube. Okay, now you can leave. Now you can actually leave. See you guys later.